We're here at a summer garden on July 2nd, about 102 degrees today, and we're going to show you lots of tomatoes, Italian peppers and hot peppers, eggplant, a couple different varieties of squash, some green beans, some sweet corn. So here we're talking about vegetable gardening. If that appeals to you in a soil-based way, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we've put together something new, and it's really the essence of what we believe in terms of successful gardening, and that's soil-based gardening. If you want to download that guide for free, click here to download it. I'm John Valentino, president of John and Bobs Corporation, and we are landscape contractors and landscape architects. This is Chip Valentino, who likes these gardens that are completely organic. Nothing in here is toxic. If he chooses to eat something or lay around or roll around in something, everything is 100% organic and safe. Lack of production is sometimes kind of mysterious. Can be related to your watering practices or the temperature that we are stuck with for that year. But what we did is specifically for the vegetable garden, we increased the rate of blend. And usually the vegetable gardens are fairly small areas, so it's practical. It's not real expensive to increase the rate in the vegetable garden to about 30 pounds per thousand. And we solved the blossom end rot problem, and we solved a lack of production. The following year, everything went kind of skyrocketed. You know, there's lots of things going on with our blend, but mostly we're building the soil and we're improving everything about the soil. Its ability to deliver nutrients to the plant, its ability to increase water permeability and the exchange of air and water, and pretty much everything that you want in a soil, preventing pest and disease, is improved with blend. If you only have 300 or 400 square feet, it's easy to go from, say, 20 pounds per thousand to 30 or 40 pounds per thousand, and I think you'll see a big benefit. So this idea sounds a little random and haphazard, but I found it's very effective. So that's my number one recommendation as we are in the middle of the summer, and this is when we start to see these problems that it's probably a little too late to address them right now. But you might keep that in mind either for the fall garden or for next year's garden. So at this John and Bob's garden, they plant lots of tomatoes. One that you're probably very familiar with because it's one of the sweetest tomatoes you can grow is the Sun Gold cherry tomato. One of the interesting things that you'll find out if you grow this is you're tempted to pick them when they look ripe, and you can get one that looks like this and you think, sun gold, that looks like sun and gold, it's ready. And then maybe you don't pick them all and you see there's another level of sun gold. The difference in the flavor is incredible. So if you let them get that extra kind of apricotish gold, you'll see even a further boost, although they're good along the way. But we're showing you here one that looks ripe, and then one that is the ultimate in ripeness, which will give you the ultimate in flavor. Some of the other tomatoes, he grew two big varieties here, and one's called Whopper, and you might get the idea that's a big tomato. And Whopper produces lots and right up until frost. In addition to Whopper, here we've got a monster that's almost ready to pick, but not quite, but you get the idea. There's some interesting heirloom tomatoes that he's growing. One called Costoluto Genovese, which is an heirloom tomato with tremendous flavor, and it's deeply ribbed, really an interesting look. And then a really interesting looking one that's, I think, unusually beautiful and unusually delicious is called Zapotec Pink Ribbed, and has its origins in Mexico. You know, staking the tomatoes is always a problem. At our own garden, which we have videos of last year's garden at the John and Bob's facility, our staking kind of, by the end of the year, was tipping and falling over heavy because of the tremendous growth of the tomatoes and tremendous production of tomatoes, and so it's always a problem. I really like Oscar at this garden did his own staking with lodgepole stakes and this wire, it's like a welded heavy wire that he bought at Home Depot. You can see it here how he's put it together. Very, very sturdy, and what it's done is it stays sturdy and straight throughout the year, and seems to extend the season a little bit because you don't have things falling over and collapsing on themselves. And so I'm impressed with this staking here done at this John and Bob's garden. It supports even the tremendous growth that we get by this increased rate of blend. Let us know in the comments if you have favorite crops that you're struggling growing or having great success growing. We'd like to hear your stories about your summer garden, and we're happy to help you if you have any questions. This casino corn, which is a variety of very sweet corn. Everyone seems to be in love with the really, really sweet corn. Here in Fresno, at Fresno State University, they grow sweet corn, and we get lines of people every year right when it's ripe because people can't wait to buy the sweet corn. Well, this is the type of sweet corn that's grown there and has become famous and gets people to line up. This one's called Casino. This one's a little better for a home garden because its ultimate size is not huge. A little taller than it is now, about 5 feet. This is a very early variety of sweet corn called Casino, growing like crazy. Let's watch it grow. Right near the corn, or right next to the corn, an interesting seed mix of Asian trio eggplant is growing, and so it's 3 different varieties of Asian eggplant, and that vary in color and shape, and all good varieties. That Asian trio eggplant is a pretty aggressive plant, so he's got that staked in a strong way also. And then green beans, doing well, bearing. You can see green beans like crazy, really thriving in this healthy soil. We're going to walk you through this really neat and small but attractive grape arbor. You can do obviously big grape arbors. In here, the grape arbor was positioned to try to give just a little bit of shade to parts of the garden that would benefit from shade, like bell peppers get burned easily, and so they try to plant the bell peppers on the shady side of the grape arbor. But this grape arbor is spectacular, and there's 6 different types of grapes, so they're all mixed in here. Autumn King is one, Red Glove, Fantasy, Crimson, there's a Muscat grape, and Black Rose. And so they're all can be used as table grapes. You can see we've got a whole bunch of grapes ripening, probably still another month or so off before we can pick and eat them. But let's walk under and enjoy this spectacular grape arbor. So the key to this bountiful summer garden is our blend. That's a 1-2-3 mixture of optimized, nourished biosol, maximized. Go to our website and you can purchase blend at johnandbobs.com. So last week's plant was Phlox paniculata. Most people just know it as phlox, and it's got a nice bloom on it. It's blooming right now, and we thank you for participating in that identification. So this week, our mystery plant is a part of this garden, and appropriately, the first 5 people that answer it correctly will get a 6-pound bag of blend, which is the key to this healthy soil, which is fueling these beautiful grapes and tomatoes. Click the link in the comments below and submit your answer. So a related video that might interest you, if this one interested you, is what we're growing at our John and Bob's shop. Some interesting plants there, including blueberries. Check out that video for more summer gardening information.